G'day guys, welcome back. I'm doing some coasters for you today. I have done them previously but I haven't videoed them, so today's the day. Coasters. My sister Debbie came up to the Sunshine Coast for Christmas and she's staying a week up here on the coast, going to the Woodford Music Festival in the afternoons. So I said, come and paint with me. So she came over yesterday morning. And she didn't want to do any canvases because she's only got a little place, and she said, oh, I've got no room on my wall. So I said, well, how about you do something little, coasters? So we did. And these are the colours that she wanted to do: pink, purple, black and white. So that's them there. They're still wet. She only did them yesterday. But don't they look gorgeous? They're all so different. Some have got more black in them, some have got more purple in them. These ones have got sort of black and purple and pink, so just a variety, and they match really nicely. So this is what we'll do today. I'll talk you through it. I'll pop those back over there and they can dry. So what I have got are these little MDF rounds. I just get them on eBay. I think they're 3mm thick. That's a 10cm. And before I bought them, I looked to see if I could get matching cork rounds. So when I found two the same size, I bought them, because what I'll do is I'll pour on these and then I will glue the cork bottom to it, like that, when it's done. So it'll have a nice finish. You'll see the paint on the side of the pour there, and then we'll have the cork on the bottom so it doesn't scratch the surface. I will also show you how to do a heat resistant coating on these coasters once I've done them. So I bought a whole packet of them, as I said, just through eBay, big pack. The coasters, that's them. There's a pack of 6 in those, and I can't remember how many packets I bought a few. So that's those, 10cm rounds, 100mm. Not sure what that is in inch. Divided by 2.5 and you'll get inches, but I thought that'd be a nice size for coasters. So that's them, and I'm just going to use these little medicine cups as my little flip cups. I'm going to do 6, so I've got 6. I'm going to do 6 coasters, so I've got 6 of the little medicine flip cups, and they just come in a big thing like that. I think I bought a few packs of those as well. They're plastic, you can rinse them out if you want to, or you can throw them out, whatever you like. Now, before I get started, I'm going to show you the couple of pours I did with the Liquitex Basics paints. That was the first one. That was the one that I said was a disaster because it just had way too many cells coming up. So that was 2 parts pouring medium to 1 part Liquitex Basics, and as you can see, it's muddied a little bit. I've got no background, massive cells. They're all bumping into each other and losing their shape. A lot of people liked it. They said it looked like stained glass, but just not for me. So then I did it again with the thicker mix. I did 1:1 pouring medium to paint, and I got that. So happier with this. Still, it's very busy. I would have liked maybe a few less cells. But it's just a matter of practicing with a different brand of paint. I usually use my Global, and I've been using that for a couple of years, so I know it inside out. I know how it reacts and what thickness it needs to be and how the cells react to it. But this Liquitex Basics, yeah, seem to get a lot more cells with it. And I just put that puppy pedal pad underneath there to stop it from sagging in the middle, and my big push pins to keep it off the surface. So that's it there. Right, that's all out of the way. Let's get to pouring. Got my gloves on. I've made up blues. You know, they're my favourites. So I have got black and white, and then I've got a navy blue, a mid blue, and a pale baby blue. So that's my colours. I'll move the cork out of the way because I don't need that at the moment, do I? Not for a while yet. But I will make different videos and show you how to do the different steps. Right, so as I said, black, white, this one's Marina, pale blue, that one is cool blue with a tiny little bit of cobalt mixed in, and my navy deep space. Okay, so my pouring medium is the one I've been using lately, my glue and water and a touch of Floetrol. So it is 60% glue, Elmer's glue oil. You can use any glue as long as it's a craft glue. And 30% water and 10% Floetrol. I think this blue looks a little bit on the thick side, might be alright. So it's leaving a trace, a mound on a mound. Those blues are definitely thicker. That black's a little bit thick too. I think this is going to be a long video, you guys. I haven't even started yet. But a lot of people like to see what I've done previously and how they've dried. Blues are always notorious for being thicker. I don't want to thin them out too much because I want my cells to keep their shape. So not too thick, not too thin. So I have in here 40 grams of pouring medium and 40 grams of paint, so that's 80 grams, and I'm just going to put 2 drops in each colour. Now I'm not going to use all this paint, no doubt. I've only got 6 little coasters to do. If I've got a lot of paint left over, I may even make 8. I'll just make the others off camera. Give it a good mix in. I think I'm going around about 10 times ish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh dear. Okay, where shall we start? So I've got the oil in. Let's do the first one first. So I've got my little cup ready, and these are just little containers, and I'm going to balance that on like that so that I can sit it on there while it's drying. Right, now layering. You can layer however you want. Start with some black. I definitely don't want white next. I think I'll do it like that. Dark, light, dark, light, darker, and then the black again. So that's the order I'll do them. And then I'll put a little bit of the blue in, the light blue. So funny doing tiny little baby cups. It does feel a bit thicker, that blue, for sure. And some white. And some blue. I'll see how the first one goes. If it's too thick, I'll add a little bit of water. I'm just going to do 2 layers of each colour, and then that should bring it up to about 3/4 full is what I'm after. And I'll see how the colours go for this first one. If I want it to be darker, I'll add more of the navies, and if I want it to be lighter, I'll cut down on the navies. So we'll just see what happens with the first one. And let's finish it off with a tiny little bit of black. Okay, look at that. Isn't that a cute little mini flip cup? Very cute. All right, little guy. Put that there. Now, if you want to, if you're not confident with flipping, you can do that and flip it over. I'm not fast, I just sort of do that, but it's only a little thing, so you can easily flip them over. Now, let's get these out of the way so I don't knock anything over. So, same technique, same everything. We're going to torch, we're going to tilt. Everything's the same as it is in a big cup. Now, while that's sitting there, actually no, I better wait and see what the consistency is before I make up any more cups. And the good thing with these, if you're not happy with them, if it doesn't go the way you want, it's easy, just wipe it off with a paper towel, go again. it's only, 30 mils of paint that you've wasted. Wipe your surface down and go again. Okay, so now when you flip these, don't lift them straight up because you'll get all these little drops in the middle which are very unattractive. So try and just pull it towards you a little bit, like that. Alright, well, there's a lot of that bright blue showing, isn't there? But we'll see what happens once the cells come up, because obviously the cells are going to come up and bring other colours to the surface. That's because we've layered our colours. The cells will come up and bring those colours with them. So I'm going to give this a bit of a torch now. From up high, round and round. Okay, let's see how that goes. Again, same as with my big flip cup pours, I don't want to over torch. Might be a little bit thick, my paint. These cells are hazy. I think it's the white. I'm getting hazy white cells. We'll see what happens when I tilt. Alright, I'll just move that out of the way. This puppy pedal pad can catch my drips. They're these, they look like snowflakes. I don't know if you can see them from where you are. But that's usually an indication that my mix is too thick. I might just tilt them off. So go around in a big circle. And I'm going to tilt those off because I don't like them. It's a bit difficult to hang on to. Not sure where to hold them. I'm going to sort of try and hold underneath. This is too thick. And it's a bit too greyish looking for me. So I'm going to thin the paint down a little bit with some water. It's going to give a splash in those three. I think the black's okay. It's just the blues and the white. I'll try again and see if that's better. Should have just gone with my gut. I knew they looked a bit thick. That one should be okay. That one's a bit thick too. Let's give a splash of water in that one. Hopefully adding water and stirring like crazy again after the silicone has been put in won't make too much of a difference. I'm just getting my paper towel. Flip him over. Give him a wipe off. Now it doesn't matter about the backs, whether they get messy or not, because I'm going to stick cork over them so you won't see that mess. So you don't have to worry. Alright, let's go again with another little cup. Black first. I'll put them over here because I'm right-handed. It's better if they're there. That's sitting better already. I can see it's sitting better. Oh, you're still thick, aren't you? Look at that. See how it's sort of sitting on the top there, making its own little shape. It's not spreading to the edges. You're the culprit, aren't you? Let's see what the white's going to do. Now this blue really took over. I think I might just put one layer of that blue in for the next pour anyway, and just see how it goes. If you don't want to watch all of this, feel free to fast forward. Okay, that should do, I'm not going to put any more of that bright blue in, just for this one. Let's see how it goes. See if this is a better mix. I only just made that mix up this morning, so I don't know whether it makes a difference, whether it needs to sit a bit, I'm not sure. But blues, as I said, these blues, dark blues, are notoriously thick paints. Things like turquoise and magenta, they're so thin and you have to add more paint. Right, let's do this. Well, the colour's better, not so bright. There's my torch. Will do. Alright, those cells so far are looking better. There's that one there that obviously has to go. I'll tilt him off just there. But the rest of them are pretty good. So yeah, you just needed a little bit of water. Now you go out of the way for a minute as we tilt. So go around in a circle. If you're getting the weight of the paint there, just make sure you cover your edges while you're there. I'll get that guy off that I don't like. Come around to the next little side, just until it's gone over. Come around again. This one's going to be quite pale, isn't it? Sometimes you just have to sort of balance it underneath. Try not to drop it. If you've got any edges that haven't been covered over, you can just touch them with your finger like that, or later on you can, and I'm going to have to anyway later on, run my little spatula thingy underneath this little guy. I have to run that around all of them to catch those drips that are falling off, otherwise they'll dry with drips on the bottom, and you don't want that, so that needs to be done on all of them at a later stage. But let's put him out of the way for now and go for the next one. So that one's got quite a lot of that pale blue in it, so let's change it up a little bit and not have so much of that pale blue in next time. Put more navy in this one, eh? Big blob of navy. A little bit of white. So you can just adjust them, you know, to what you want. If you're wanting a more pale one, add more white. If you're wanting a darker one, add more navy. Alright, I'll put a little bit of this in, but just a touch. A little bit of white. I'm cutting down on the white this time, so I'll see if that's any better. So if you want to, you can do that and then just flip it over if that's easier for you. Whichever way you like. Whatever floats your boat, as they say, eh? Give that a minute. So while that's doing that, just to save some time, I might start the other way, eh? Just fill in some of these little cups while that's sitting there. So it doesn't take a lot of paint, probably about 30 mils. Is what's in these little medicine cups. I'm going to go a bit on the light side with that light blue. It tends to take over a bit, doesn't it? Some navy. just put lots of navy in there and not have any black, hey? How's that sound? Why not? Oh, that one's pretty. That's got lots of black in it. I like that. I'm going to lose that white off the side though, aren't I? So yeah, I like doing these. You don't have to have a huge canvas to be creative. Now you can get your pouring hit by just doing a little one like this. And you know, they're really pretty. So I'm not going to over torch. I do like my background, as you know. Alright. Actually, I'm going to make sure that's a level surface there. That's a join there where, well, the piddle pad folded, so I'm going to make sure it's not on that. This white is still going a little bit hazy. Alright, oh, what do I want to keep? What don't I want to keep? Oh, I don't want to keep that little blob there. So let's go over, and as I said, as you go towards the edge there, let the paint roll over the edge, go all the way around. When you can't hold it anymore, put your finger underneath, and you're just going to have to balance precariously. But that white, still doing that. Something's still too thick in here. So just move it around until you're happy with your composition. It's a bit difficult trying to balance, but do your best. Still not happy with this consistency, you guys. I don't know what I've done today. See how they're hazy? My cells are hazy. I'm going to have to add more water. One of these colours, I don't know which it is, one of them's not right. It's making my cells hazy. Alright, number 2. So, totally different colours there. Let's go again. Righto, you paints. Which one of you's being the culprit? That one's all right. Is it you? No, see, you look all right. I don't know. Don't know which one it is. They all seem okay to me, so just not sure. Rightio, let's do it. Okay, so that one's got more of the bright blue in it again. Torch, just lightly. Get those cells to pop up. I don't know, it's still hazy. I'm going to put some more water in the white, because it's the white cells that are doing that. Unless I can, if I can just see that it's the white, maybe it's a different colour. Alright, but that's it for a minute while I do my next little flip cup. Now I need another one that's got more of this pale blue in it, so that they can match a little bit better. So some black. They all seem to be the same consistency as I'm pouring them in. They all feel the same. So I just don't know. Hope I've got enough navy. Okay, I'll leave the extra blue out of that one. Now, I don't like that end there, so let's tilt that way off first. Get rid of that blobby bit there. They're all very different, aren't they? So just tilt off what you don't like, keep what you do like, try and get your edges covered if possible. As I said, you can go over later on and just touch them up if you don't get to cover them all now. So that one's pretty too. It's got some more black in it, so you can sit there. All very different so far, aren't they? Next. Alrighty. You guys enjoying these? Not taking too long, not boring everybody? While that's sitting there, let's do another one. Still need to do another one like that that's got more of that pale blue in it, don't I? Just so that they match a little bit. Put a big blob of that blue in. Just going to add a little bit more water to this blue. And back to the black. Actually, I might put that light blue on the dark blue, because over here where the black and the blue were together, you can't really see it that well. So just change things up. They don't all have to be in the same order at all. Just change them up, whatever you like. Whoops, nearly dropped it off my little pedestal that it was on. Nearly. Pop. Okay. Don't run off, navy. See how the inside of that cell's hazy? It's got rings around it, but the inside's hazy. Weird. Okay. Oh, that was a bit too much torching. Aren't they so pretty, these little cells, when they come up? Love them. Love them at that size. Little babies. Okay. Now, I don't want to lose all that navy on the side there, and I don't want to lose this, so let's tilt down here first, because there's a lot of that pale colour there, which is what I wanted, but I don't want to lose my navy off the other side either. So just over. Oh, I like this one. Did I get my sides? Not yet. No, don't go, navy. Now, I want to bring some of this down, so I'm going to tilt that way, and some of that pale blue can go. I'll bring those other colours down just a touch, like that. What colour do I need? I just need a little bit for that side there. Okay, so that one is done as well. I like that one. That one's got a bit of the light blue and the dark blue in it. I made my layers thicker, bigger layers on that one. Who knows if it's got anything to do with anything. Right, next. This is my little cup here. I've got it ready to go. I'm going to have to go and get another cup. Right, so while that's sitting there, I'll layer this one. So I'm going to go for thicker layers. You guys can't see, can you? I'm in the way. Let's do thicker layers. Cover the whole surface. Get the paint to spread out to the edges. By the time I've done 6, I'll have had it. I'll have it right, hey? And some more black. And some more light blue. There we go. So it's almost full, almost to the top. So that's for that one. And you know, if you've got extra paint left, I have got extra paint. I could probably do another 2 and have a set of 6, of 8, I should say. But yeah, just I'm not that happy with them. I think my mix is a bit thick with the hazing. If you've seen my videos, you know that that's what happens if your mix is too thick, especially with your glue. If you've got too much ratio of glue in there, you'll get that hazing. So you just need to thin it down a little bit. Oh, that's a pretty light one, isn't it? They're all pretty when they start at this stage. Torch again. Okay. Wait for those cells to grow a little bit. Need to torch up here a little bit. Let's see if I can get the edge there without getting the rest of it. Oops, a bit much. Cell overload. I did try my coasters with this little guy, but I find he's got such a little flame that the flame is too concentrated into one area. I prefer the bigger torch, and I can go up higher and just get a more broad, gentle heat. Now the same with this one. This one's got more white in it. I want to keep some of that edge if I can, so tilt off this way first. So tilt round, round, round you go, get your edges. This one's got lots of cells. Busy, busy. Round we go. Now this, if your little cup is very full, see I can't stretch these anymore. They're quite small. I mean I can tilt some off, but if you don't have as much in your cup, you need to stretch your paint more to cover the surface, and your cells will be bigger. If you've got a lot of paint on there and you don't stretch them very much, then they will be smaller. So that one's more like that first one. There we go. I think this is my favourite here, this guy. Right, lucky last. Splat. I don't like him at all with the haziness. I'm going to scrape him and do him again. Where did I put my paper towel? Here. Yeah, just look at that. Look at the haziness of those white cells. Was that the second one I did? I think so. My mix was a little bit thick there. I watered it down since then, so there we go. Don't be afraid to scrape if you're not happy with something. Start again, no big deal. It's just paint. Right, let's flip this one. Got some more darker colours in that one. I probably don't need to fill my cups up so much, as I said. You know, I'm having trouble with too many cells. They're quite small, so if you've got less paint to begin with, you obviously have to stretch them out more. Now, not so much torching this time. If I can, I did it again. I think just one more. No, it's not too bad, not too bad. Let's let them grow for a minute while I do my next little flip cup. This one again is quite pale, so I might try with the brighter blue, a little bit more brighter blue in with this one, and just tone this light one down a touch. And I'll use less paint in this one. I'll do 3/4 full, just so we can see if there's much of a difference with the tilting. A little bit of hue, a little bit of navy, touch of white. I do like the white. The white gives you like white rings around the cells quite often, so I haven't filled that one up as much. Right, let's tilt this one. Now, what do I want to keep? Shoe fly. I like it all actually. I like this one. Did I go over? Not quite. That's okay. Pick up a little bit of paint and just pop it on the side there. That one's quite pretty too, isn't it? I like that one. So just move it around very slowly, very gently until you're happy with your composition. Pop it down to rest. If you can find something that's got a wide base rather than one of these little narrow bases, it'll just make it easier for you. You've got less chance of it wobbling right off. Move these a little bit so that you can see them a bit better. I've still got enough paint to do another one. That's still my favourite. It's got multicoloured rings. These ones, the cells are a bit small. A bit too much paint in my little cup. Okay, so more blue in that one for sure. So that's nice. A little bit of torching, not too much. I wonder how long this video is going for. I'll leave it like that. I won't do another one. Or if I do, I'll do it off camera. You know, guys don't have to watch, hey? You're sick of me by now. Where will I put this one? there. Just want to put it right in the middle of my splooshed paint. Now I don't really like that edge there, so let's get that off first. Off you go. Let's get him off as well. Continue round. Round we go. So this one looks as if it's got half blue. It's kind of a yin-yang thing, isn't it? Half blue, half pale blue. Just turning it around gently, going over the edges. Okay. Rightio, that will do. Should I do one more? Yes? No? Let's do one more. I've got paint. Got a little bit of paint left. Bit of black. Whoops. Bit of navy. I wonder what would happen if you only did one layer of each colour. I wonder how that would turn out. No, I'm not going to put as much in that one. Need something else for my things to stand on, don't I? And there we go, that's for you. And I need one more round. Grab another one out. Just as well I've got lots, hey? How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7? It's not a very good number. I'm going to have to go 8. There we go. Alright, let's do 8. Then we've got a set of 8, eh? 8's always a good number to have. That's for the next one. Pop you there. Alright, now let's see, with this last one, let's see what happens if I just do one layer. And I'm nearly out of black anyway. So bigger layers, more paint. And we'll just see what difference, if any, it makes having one bigger layer. There we go. It may not make any difference at all. Who knows? We'll try it and see. It's a dark one. Dark and mysterious looking. Like those cells though. Actually, the other thing that will make your cells hazy, so it's doing it again, hazy, is if you get too close with your torch, it'll do that. I just don't know why it's doing that today. My mix is good. I wonder if it's this colour that's doing it. That looks like a night sky, that one. That one's really pretty. And I haven't over torched with that, so maybe that will be one of the better ones. Let's pop that there. And straight away we'll get rid of this here, which was my bit that came out of the cup last, so we can get rid of that. Probably not enough cells in this one. You can torch midway through if you want to, and bring up a few more that you can then stretch. I'm losing those pretty blue ones. I'm really disappointed with this actually, with the way my white is hazing. Don't know why it's doing that at all. Okay, so there's that one. And lucky last, here we go with the one that's just got one layer of everything in it. I do love that one. And this one, it's got like 3 layers of background there. It's got the, I don't know, I can just see 3 there, 3 different layers. But they're all pretty in their own way, aren't they? They're not ugly, that's for sure. I'm happy with them, except for that slight hazing. I'm gonna have to make up some more of these colours and see what happens, see where I went wrong. Alright, let's do this, hey? Flip him over. Well, that one's totally different. It's got more, it's got like a white haze over the top. So let's torch that. Just wait a minute. I'd like some more cells on this bottom area, but I don't know if I can get there because I'll torch everything else. And there we go, just got the edge of it. The little ones popping up there. Looks good so far. But anyway, we'll see what happens when we tilt, and then we can see whether or not having one layer makes any difference at all. It may not. I think probably with just one layer, maybe the cells won't be as multicoloured as you would get from cells that have come up through many layers of paint. Don't want to lose those. Off you go. Just touch that side up there. Come back. Need a little bit of paint for there, because that's not, it hasn't gone over yet. Okay, that's gone over. What do you think of that one? Is it any different? Can you see any difference at all with only one layer? If you look at these light blue ones, they've got a dark blue ring around the outside, but that's about it. These other ones have got dark blue around the outside, but then they've got a different colour in the middle as well. So I'd say the different layers are better, more layers. I just think those look brighter. So there you go, yay! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 coasters. Right. Done and dusted. Sorry that took so long, but yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that. Let me take my dirty gloves off. There's not much wastage, is there? There's just that little bit there. So off camera I will go around and scrape the bottoms of all of those so that we don't have drips drying on them. Okay, let's take you in for a... Oh my goodness, 50 minutes. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. That's just ridiculous, making you sit through 50 minutes of me chattering. Okay, alright, I won't keep you any longer. There they are. I will, when they're dry, I will show you how to varnish them with a heat-resistant varnish. I'm going to go and buy some of that tomorrow, and I'll do another video of how I do that, and then I'll let them dry again, and then actually I might fuse the two together where I stick the cork on the bottom and show you the finished product. Alright, gotta go. Love you all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now.